Sure. Our approach to philanthropy is very different. I remember Rabbi Noah Weinberg used to, so when I used to meet with him, he would always say, Bob, most people we have to go chase and we have to go talk to them and find them. You found us.
Right.
So this was in the year 2000 with the Second Intifada, and when Israel was being bombarded with negative press, and
Sure.
Israel pulled back most of its ambassadors on campuses. The situation on campus was just terrible. And I was looking for an organization that was training students to get up there and debate and defend themselves and defend the state of Israel and show the true facts and run programs for students on campus. And I saw the organization that was really doing it well was an organization called Hasbara, which had just started. And so I reached out to them and contacted them. Another thing I wanted to do after I took Hotels.com public, one of the things I wanted to do was to build a Jewish learning website, because I believe that a lot of people aren't necessarily comfortable going to find a rabbi or going to a synagogue and trying to find someone to learn with. They're not really comfortable asking questions to someone else, but they have no problem getting on the internet and trying to do it. And so I looked for a site that was really putting out materials and helping people on their learning journey about Judaism. And I found Aish.com, had a lot of ideas about how to expand it, what else they can put on the site. And so I found Nehemiah Coopersmith, and he came out with a couple of his people to Miami, and we spent about a week going through the site. And I still work closely with them today. We recently started a chat with the rabbi, where you can chat with a rabbi online.
Right.
In case you're not comfortable going, maybe you don't know, a lot of people don't know a rabbi. They don't have a relationship, or they're just not comfortable with that, but they're very comfortable chatting online. And it's been an incredible service, and has helped so many people. I look at the stats all the time. So I like to find, I look for what are the gaps, what areas that I feel need help. The last year or so, it was, given COVID, a lot of people needed help with food and shelter, really basic items. So we focused a lot of our philanthropy on that. So we tend to find issues and areas that we want to fix and we want to help, and then look for the organizations that we believe are doing a great job, versus just sitting back and taking phone calls for people that are soliciting. So the other thing we do with really every organization is that we measure. So very key for us, we approach philanthropy just like a business. And we set up metrics with the organization. And as you know, we do that with AISH, and we do that with the program we're running now. We have a data program we're doing with AISH to track visitors and to improve their database and improve their online outreach. So what we do really with each organization and each program, we set up metrics and goals at the beginning. And we measure those. And we measure them, and we set up a system to try to standardize the data so we can compare one organization to another and see who's doing it more efficiently. And we look at that data, and when the next year comes around and we make a decision, are we going to re-up? Are we going to increase our donation? Are we going to change it? We look at that data and we say, have they met their metrics? If they greatly exceeded their metrics, well, we're probably going to significantly increase our donation. Are they not doing their metrics? We'll sit down and see, why aren't they? Do they need more time? Is there a problem? Maybe they're not doing it right. Maybe we need to go somewhere else. Maybe they don't have the right people. Maybe they need more time. So the metrics are very important, because number one, we want to know that every dollar we give is cost effective. And so we want to know for every dollar, we want a multiplier. And we call it an ROI in the business world, a return on our investment. We want a high ROI. If we buy an ad on Google, we want 10, 15, 20 times return on our investment. So the same with philanthropy. If we're giving $100 or $1,000 or $1 million of philanthropy, we want to know, what is the return? And so we really measure all the organizations we work with. We measure what they do with the programs we're funding, and base our decisions on how we continue and how we change the funding or increase the funding based on the metrics that we look at.